So I think you filled obviously a niche in the market that needed to be addressed. I think in the past at least 2 years, I think the attitudes, minds, opinions of people when it comes to specifically talking about hormone replacement or testosterone replacement for men.
Yeah.
The discussion is there now. It's not quite as like taboo, hush hush.
Yep.
And guys are we're looking for that, right?
For sure. I mean, it's not in the back of the gym. You know,
right,
I mean,
exactly.
that was the kind of the stigma is, hey man, you're on testosterone, you got to talk to someone in the back of the gym. Well, the bad thing is when you correlate testosterone with the gym, you take out 80% of the people that really need it. I mean, it has nothing to do with the gym. You know, it has really nothing to do with the gym. It's a bioidentical hormone. You're born with it. I'm not doing anything special. Only thing I'm doing is taking your level where it is now and putting it where it should be. It's nothing foreign to your body. So people have this stigmatic steroids. You know,
right.
Steroid is just a chemical compound. It's not even specific to testosterone. I mean, there's, you know, when you say steroid,
corticosteroids.
Corticosteroids. You go to the, you know, you go to your doctor and you go get a steroid injection. They're not, you're not hitting you with tren or testosterone. You know, I mean,
some people ask that too. They're like, am I going to get jacked?
Dude, am I going to get jacked?
Yeah. Do I need to go to the gym after all this?
No, bro, it's an anti-inflammatory. So, you know, it's just the term steroid just, you know, has just had a bad stereotype. And, you know, like you mentioned, I think over the past couple of years, it's becoming more mainstream. Talked about.
Yeah. Well, I think the whole thing is coming back to the mental health and how you feel and, you know, stuff like that. And testosterone makes you feel like you want to get up and go.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Changer.
I mean, think about when you woke up when you were 18 years old and
you were ready to go.
Yeah,
you were ready to rock and roll
every way.
Every way.
You
were ready to rock and roll.
Like you go to work, you hang out, you can do all.
You party all night, turn around.
Long. Yeah.
It's crazy how many people, you know, when I see a couple months after I initiate therapy and they tell me, dude, it's like a light switch. You know, it's like I literally am back to life.
Right.
And that's what keeps me. I enjoy work, man. I go to work and it's just talking to people and man, hey, how you feel? Like, they're like, dude, 100,000 times better, you know, and that's the feedback that keeps me grinding.
Yeah. Well, explain the testosterone. Let's start with the guys first. So, it has to do with losing. I mean, what time does the testosterone drop? About what? It's different in all people, right?
It's different in all people, but even studies, man, it's crazy. I saw a Yale study recently that compared men nowadays and the average total testosterone level to 20 years ago, 25% decrease. No different in age, 25% decrease in average testosterone levels compared to 2 decades ago. Nothing other difference. So to know that we are already seeing a decline in the average male, and you know, at one point in time, it was thought to be around 25. You start losing 1 to 2% of testosterone.
Right.
I'm seeing guys 25 that are just depleted. I mean, it's crazy.
Is that because we're becoming a softer generation per se?
Yes, but it is. I mean, literally, I tell guys, man, it's like, dude, you're not a stud, man. You look 30 years ago, these guys were studs. You know, they got up and they grind and they were men. You know, I got guys. Unfortunately, I'm not and saying anything wrong with them. 25-year-old guys that are coming in with having legit low testosterone, not anabolically induced, not abusive.
Right.
But we're seeing a continued decline in total testosterone at a much younger age. So at one point in time, when you think at the 50-year-old guy that finally hits his, whatever you want to call it, midlife crisis, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm getting old, and you're starting to get withered away and you're losing your strength and you have no energy. I'm seeing it 15, 20 years earlier.
Wow.
So it's crazy. It's the recognition to know that it's not just an old guy thing. You know, I mean, it's
comments are coming through already, so you're not going to see them till. But it says this generation is some bitches.
Exactly.
The study proves. Oh, and by the way, guys, this may not be safe for work. I'm sure there'd be.
But I mean, you look at it. I mean, those guys. I guess you're talking about 20 years ago. So you're talking about my grandfather's age.
Correct.
Those were the Korean War guys.
Yeah.
Those were the tough cook. I mean,
but what's the science?
Think that changed. That's what they're trying to figure out is what changed. So what has changed?
Activity level, right?
Level. We sit behind desk all day, and they were outside grinding.
Poor the lack of activity, obesity is completely way spiked, and then you got to start thinking a little bit. I don't want to call it like a conspiracy theory, but you know, hormones. hormones in foods,
Right.
processed
I don't
foods.
think that's a
Chicken
You know,
breast.
but if you dig into it, there's some sketchy stuff behind the scenes, man, with all these big marketing
Well, I don't even necessarily think it's like because I guess maybe the tinfoil hat guys would be like they're injecting it in to control the population.
No, I don't mean like
I think
that.
it's like
I think
they
we
give
eat
hormones to animals to make them grow faster,
Correct.
and then that has repercussions. To what you
and
eat,
we eat a lot of processed.
We eat a lot of
foods
processed
now.
food
It's
is huge,
bad.
man. Well, and that's bad because a lot of people look at the groceries right now.
Right.
It's so expensive.
Right.
Who can go and buy, grass-fed hen
Well,
eggs are $38?
Well, eating healthy is the most
Eating
expensive
healthy
thing
is
there
so
is.
expensive, man. It's
It
really
is.
expensive. So it's kind of a catch-22.